Welcome people of YouTube, Jack Gash here again today, entertaining, educating and creating. I'm here to talk to you today about marking yourself on attendance. So what do I mean by this and why would I talk about this? Marking yourself by attendance. We evaluate our days on multitudes of things, but one thing we don't notify ourselves on and really kind of evaluate on is how attentive we are. How attentive are you to your life? How aware of your day-to-day life are you? How present are you in your day-to-day life? Are you on autopilot? Are you just breezing through your day? You know, are you staying conscious? Are you staying aware of what you're doing, the action you're taking, the things that you're saying? Why would you want to do this? You see, sometimes it's easy to get into an autopilot life. We get into a routine. That is the problem with getting into a routine and almost getting complacent in life. Habitual behaviour introduces autopilot. When we get into a routine of getting up, going to work, coming home, doing whatever we choose to do in his evenings, it forms patterns, it forms habitual behaviour. And when you often think about it, when you know the outcome of each day, when you've already presumed what the day is going to be, you've already taken it out of it. You've taken the experience away from it. You know, you've already experienced your day before you've done it. And oftentimes, it's the same experience as yesterday. You know, it's a constant repetitive pattern that we get ourselves into. And I think breaking that, obviously we need to do his jobs, we need to earn his livings, we need to provide for his families or pay his bills, but breaking out of this is being more conscious, being more aware, being more present with our day-to-day lives. Doing this, you fetch a bit more fruit to your day, you're a bit more with it, you're not just bored, you're not just distant from yourself, and also you'll notice a lot more things that you didn't notice before. What I noticed by doing this is that, I mean, I love my job and I love what I do, so I can never quite be on autopilot with what I do. I'm really involved. That's something that's a blessing in finding something to do for a job that you do love, is that you can never be bored or can never be on autopilot because you're so involved in it. But when I've found in the past, when I've got a bit monotonous, when I've done jobs that I didn't really like, when I worked for different people that I didn't really enjoy, I found that when I made myself more conscious and more aware and more attentive, I noticed that, you know, I'm quite lucky to have the skills that I have, the knowledge that I have in doing what I'm doing, or things that you don't usually notice will crop up because you're more aware about it. You've turned off the autopilot, the sleepiness. You see, we're so distracted all the time, or we're trying to be distracted all the time. Everybody's walking around with the mobile phones in the hand. Nobody allows themselves to be bored anymore. They can't sit for a bus or wait for a train without being on the phone. They can't have the dinner time snap, you know, eating the sandwich. They can't do that. They have to have a phone in the hand and looking, and we're constantly distracted by stimulus. You see, the new rage of TikTok, constant instant gratification from videos and things that we're seeing, information being passed. All these things are distracting us from actual life, distracting us from the present, distracting us from being attentive, because it's a constant engagement in that direction. We're not engaging with the world around us. So it's quite important to notice, if you're trying to be more attentive in life and get more out of your day to day, is to put the phone down a little bit. You know, the phone is the biggest hindrance. You know, I'm included in that. It's very easy to get into the scroll. It's very easy to get, you know, caught up in that. And sometimes, for example, when I've actively chose not to get on my phone and stuff, I've made conversations with randomers and strangers and talked to people and have in-depth conversations with people that you usually wouldn't when you just sat there doing this. So that's a good thing to notice. If you're trying to be more attentive, mark yourself on being attentive and how much attention are you paying to your day. Because life is just going every day that goes by. And if you're not consciously trying to witness your day and trying to get the most out of it, the most things that makes you feel good and makes you feel happy, then what are you doing? What difference are you making to yourself? If you're not being attentive and you're not trying to be more consciously aware of your day-to-day life and making it better for you and being a happier person and, and getting the most you can out of each day towards whatever you want to do, then what are you doing? What are the things that you are doing? Because a lot of people are in unhappy states, they're in depressed states, they're in feeling like they're trapped in life, but they're not choosing to do anything different other than scrolling through the phone, looking for instant gratification, constantly distracting themselves, not wishing to change the things that are making them unhappy. So it's important to do this. I think, especially for me, that when I stay more attentive and I'm more focused on what I'm doing, I feel more energised. I feel less lethargic. I feel like I come home from a day's work and I'm really, upbeat. I haven't just been in autopilot all day. I think it's down to your ambitions too. I think being attentive and getting the most out of your life is your ambitions. What are you focused on in general? What is your life goals? What have you got set out in front of you? If you've got no form of direction to go towards, then that can feel quite monotonous because you feel like you're on a journey to nowhere. You're not really trying to get anywhere. You're not really trying to achieve anything as such. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video about marking yourself and attentiveness. If you can look back on your last 24 hours, obviously part of that you was asleep, but how consciously aware was you? How, attentive were you? Were you active about your day? Were you active about the hours you was awake? Or, what was it? What was your outcome? So, yeah, man. Looking at your life in this way and reviewing yourself in this way is beneficial. It's improving your life. You're almost looking at ways on how to improve your life. That's what, in my opinion, we all should be doing. We all should be looking at ways to improve ourselves and improve our life and improve our way of being. However you choose to be in this world and however you choose to act, whatever attitude you give towards life is what life you live. If I'm constantly if I'm a person, if I am you, and you are trying to be constantly active, focused, engaged, what kind of life are you going to live? If you're in habitual flight mode, scrolling through in the internet, impressionable by social media, constantly distracted, what life are you going to live? It's asking yourself what you want to do, how you want to do it. And doing that, it's good, man. You get some form of direction, you've got some sort of stability, you can set some form of discipline and boundaries for yourself. Because I've done it recently, I got into a nasty habit of constantly being on my phone on the night when I should be going to sleep. And it's not in particular watching anything memorable or anything, that really sticks out. I wasn't getting information or reading book or anything. It was just scrolling, looking at mindless videos, Googling stupid shit, none of it actually made a difference to my life, but in fact it was a hindrance because it was ruining my sleep. The light in my eyes was tricking my brain into thinking it's daytime and I was feeling awake. So now I've made a conscious effort to get off my phone, get myself down into sleep. It's just little things like that. Not picking up your phone as soon as you wake up. Maybe try, exercising, do some stretching, write in a journal. Read one page of your book, go and have a shower straight away before you get on your phone. Do something that wakes you up and makes you alert. Getting cold in the morning as a way of increasing alertness and increasing attentiveness. Go out for a walk. Go out for a walk in some cold temperature in the morning, or take a cold shower in the morning. You'll soon wake up and you'll soon be more attentive. So yeah, man, stay focused, get the most out of your day, get the most out of every single day. And if you do that, you're getting the most out of every single day of your life. Don't let days go by that are wasted, Every day that goes by, we're creeping further to that 6-foot hole in the ground. So that's the important thing. Don't let it slip you and go away, because Before you know it, I've talked to some people, and I'm not saying however they choose to live is however they choose to live. Oh, before you know it, you're 40, or before you know it, you're 50, before you know it, you're 60. That's because you're not very conscious. If you stay conscious of it, that time will move more slowly because you're aware of every single moment of it. So, yeah, man, stay in the present moment. Enjoy your life. Give praise every day. If you've woken up today, that is a great thing, and you should be grateful for it. But mark yourself on attendance, mark yourself on how conscious you are, and you will start to notice a considerable difference in how much you take away from your day personally. So yeah, man, as I always say on this channel, peace and love to anybody watching this. Make sure you take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, to the man.